Hey everyone, good afternoon, good evening. Marcos Hernandez here again. I hope you're all having a wonderful 4th of July weekend. Full disclaimer, I'm putting this video together during the 4th of July weekend, and apparently my neighbors took advantage of the buy one, get 200 free illegal fireworks promotion that's going around this year. So I do apologize in advance for any firework noise that may make its way through the video. On to the assignment. I've I've been angling for a promotion into our risk management team for the last 6 months or so. Unfortunately, the pandemic hit right before the position posted, at least according to a former colleague of mine who's actually a part of this team right now. This is a very similar position to what I have now on the customer retention side with the Bear Paint Company. The only, or like the really glaring difference here is that this position allows for you to pay out a labor claim, which can get really pricey. So that's where the title of risk management versus customer retention comes in. Um, as the assignment description talks about, this is going to be my answer to the wonderful open ended question, tell me about yourself, which I would normally expect to happen right at the start of the interview. So that's where I'll take it from. So here we go. Tell me about yourself. I'd like to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you regarding the open position on your team. I must say I've been really excited about this opportunity since I saw the posting, and I really hope that I can follow in the steps of my former colleagues that are currently a part of your team and continue my own growth within this company as a member of the risk management team. So my resume in front of you is going to show that I've been with customer care with Bear for the last 5 years. In those 5 years, I've been fortunate enough to learn from many wonderful supervisors, a lot of directors, a lot of VPs, as I've been able to explore other departments within the company. I really love analyzing things from a macro perspective. So I always make it a mission of mine to learn the entire process of the team that I'm a part of. So in my 5 years of experience within customer care, I've actually had the opportunity to interact with customers via phone, via email, and via text message in as a tech rep position. I've also worked with the training team to understand what goes into creating our call model, and even had the privilege of participating in two continuous improvement or Kaizen events to help improve our overall process. Currently, I'm serving with the tech admin team, which basically finalizes the customer interaction by validating proof of purchase and approving reimbursements and shipments. My well-rounded experience with every team means I can quickly switch gears from tech admin to tech rep. Um, and that proves itself to be really valuable, especially when our call volume gets really out of hand during the summer. Um, so that earned me the nickname, or at least the title of being somebody that holds a team together, or your glue guy, if you would. Um, at first, I was a little bashful about being called this, but after I analyzed it, I really grew to appreciate that. And now I see it as more of kind of a badge of honor to be considered somebody who can hold an entire team together, given just like the well-rounded nature of the experience. So of course, if this does work out for us, I'd love to have that same mentality and bring that same approach into this position. It's really easy to see how the experience that I gained in customer care can lead to the natural progression of working within the claims team. And I'm really not surprised to see so many of my former teammates excel in this position. To be able to understand the product that we sell, as well as the type of customer that we interact with before day one, is such an invaluable skill that gives anyone on my team such a huge advantage over any candidate applying from outside of the company. It's also a big advantage to bring aboard people who've already bought into the company's approach of doing the right thing. Sadly, it really seems like this approach of doing business is more of a minority instead of common practice. I'm not blinded by admission or by ambition to please a customer at all costs, but I really appreciate when a company has your back when you're trying to make an exception to help a customer. It's just a really refreshing feeling for me, and that's one of the big reasons why I appreciate working for Bear. And I really do hope that this is the beginning of just another wonderful experience with Bear. I do recognize that this position requires a higher amount of patience, compassion, and attentiveness to detail as we're working with customers who present a higher risk to the company. Not to mention the fact that by the time a customer interacts with anybody on this team, that customer would have already spoken to at least one member of our company that wasn't able to fully address that concern. I really relish these cases because it gives you that rare opportunity of turning a sour experience into a positive one that ultimately is going to gain you that customer for life. Lastly, I'd like to consider myself as someone who is always looking to push the envelope in terms of making progress. I am a firm believer that if an employer is to expect the very best from the employee, then the employee should be able to expect the same from the employer. So what that means is I really love learning about a team's process, and I love being able to challenge that approach and offer my own experiences from within this company and outside of this company to really be able to lend that fresh set of eyes. So I'm not afraid to offer that. So that's a very long-winded, broad strokes, if you would, of who I am and really what I believe others think of me. So with that, I really look forward to answering any questions you have regarding my experiences. And hopefully when the dust settles, we can look to see if I'd be a good fit for your team. Thank you very much.